Pixar just released their brand new movie Hoppers, and I honestly don't know how to feel about this thing. First thing I really want to address is that this film is very pretty and nice to look at. I know some people are sick and tired of it, but I thought the art style was charming and endearing, especially for the animal characters. Speaking of visuals, you can tell Pixar really loves their water simulations in this movie. That's not a bad thing. If anything, it really just adds so much more into this film's animation style and personality. I also liked some of the characters. While I didn't necessarily like all of them, I thought Mabel was a semi-solid lead with some nice depth. Oh, and while we're on the topic of characters, I really love the antagonist. I can't go much into detail without spoiling the film, but trust me when I say the bad guy does a great job setting up the climax and conflict for the story. Their voice actor was an excellent choice for the character, and while they weren't my most favorite Pixar villain, it still works for the film. I can't say the humor was anything too spectacular, but I can say there were some parts that I thought were pretty cute. However, I'd be lying if I said I didn't have a few issues with Hoppers. Starting off with some of the more smaller problems, while I do like Mabel, I think her inner character motivations could have been further elaborated, or at the very least hinted at, a little earlier on in the movie instead of right in the middle of the third act. Also, I'm not really sure if anyone else felt the same way, but it didn't really seem like the theme landed all that well. Sure, it's basically hammered into the audience's heads, but I don't know, I just didn't really feel that connected to it. And I'm not sure if that's because Mabel wasn't developed that well, or because they didn't define the theme very nicely, but I just remember coming out of the theater feeling nothing, really. I wasn't all that emotionally invested in it, and to me, Hoppers feels more like a harmless kids film with cute animals, funny gags, and interesting ideas, rather than something that actually got me into it. And also, I should mention that if there's anyone who would have liked this movie, it would have been me. I really do love environmental stories and narratives that focus on protecting wildlife. So I don't say any of this as someone who doesn't like these nature-based themes, or who hates kids' movies, but even for me, the way Hoppers addresses this type of subject matter just feels very, I don't know, lackluster, I guess. Hoppers is really more bare bones than anything, which is a little sad to see, especially since I was really looking forward to this thing. However, I want to leave this video on a positive note, which is if you are planning on seeing Hoppers, be sure to look for the Pixar Easter eggs. It's not unheard of for Pixar movies to have references to their own studio and past projects in their films, but for whatever reason, it seems like there's a lot more of them in Hoppers that I actually had a really fun time looking for while I was watching it. In conclusion, Hoppers isn't the best Pixar movie, but it's still pretty decent and okay for what it set out to accomplish.